Today, watch this. We're going to make a thing called a Tipperary. Derek doesn't know what it is, but by the end, it's all going to become clear. Ian does, though. Yeah, because he's like Wikipedia for humans.
That's right.
Welcome to Coffee and Cocktails. Danny and Derek can make for you the Tipperary, which I just learned is a place in Ireland. Because
look at that.
I thought it was a funny play on words for tipping. Like maybe you're only tipping temporarily or something. I don't know. And he's like, oh, isn't that a place? I'm like, really? And
how did you know that?
I know a lot of stuff.
He was singing a song.
That's just one of those random things.
You were singing a song about what? Tipperary?
Yeah, there's some song. You're a long, long way to Tipperary. It's some Irish song, I think.
See? I didn't know
where does he learn this stuff?
And when I put it up, when all he saw was the name.
All day at work.
I mean,
when all he saw was the name, it said Tipperary. He's like, "Isn't that a place?" It's like, "Does this have Irish whiskey or does this have Scotch in it?"
Yeah, I was thinking it was something Scotch.
And I'm like, "No, but it has Irish whiskey, and that's pretty fucked up that you knew this."
I know,
but there you go.
There's some shit in that head that I have no idea how I got in there.
No. The recipe is a simple 1, 2, 3.5 ingredient.
It must have been a
recipe.
Netflix show.
We haven't used Green Chartreuse in a while.
Oh, is it locked?
It was.
Yeah, you just gotta lick the edges.
There's Green Chartreuse candy coming off.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome. It is 1.5 ounces of Irish whiskey, 3/4 ounce of Sweet Vermouth, 1/2 ounce of Green Chartreuse, and 1 dash of Angostura bitters.
Wow.
So this made me excited because I bought this expensive bottle of Powers single pot still Irish whiskey.
On a recommendation?
Yeah.
We did a tasting of that.
One of the fans, yes.
Yeah.
And I don't know much about Irish whiskey, and people were like, this is good. There's another one that was a little bit more expensive. I think that was expensive. It was probably like $70 or $80 or something like that. Maybe 90. But some of them were like $100 I mean, not in the same magnitude of Scotch.
Yeah.
But, you can get an Irish whiskey for pretty cheap. Like, I don't know how much some of this
costs. They're still pretty expensive. I mean, you get like Redbreast and stuff. Yeah, like Bushmills is probably like $40, $50. $40.
I keep going.
$50.
Well, they were a sponsor for they sponsored every St. Patrick's Day up until 2 years ago, I think. Maybe I pissed off, but this was the original bottle they sent me, and they wouldn't let me use it because the branding looks different, so they needed a new one. I had to reshoot the whole episode just so I can get the fucking lady. This is why sponsorship sucks.
Yeah, but you get free bottles.
Yeah. This is true. Actually, you know what they did? They made me go buy it, and then they credited me the cash because they didn't want to have to ship it to me because it was gonna be hard.
It's expensive to ship.
Yeah.
And sometimes not always legal.
Right.
So they're like, can you just buy it and take a photo? This is what they wanted me to buy it. It had to look right. It had to be the right one. So if I had, luckily New Hampshire had just the new ones, so I didn't have to worry about branding mishaps again. And then I just invoiced them for it.
That looks beautiful.
Does that look beautiful? Does it fit on my...
Sounds interesting.
No,
it doesn't?
You have to zoom out a little bit.
Oh, I thought you were being a critic.
No, yeah.
Does it look beautiful? No, it does not.
I think you're
okay.
Guess you don't like brown drinks?
You know what you think?
It looks like
Did you want to see if it's actually
whiskey.
in focus?
The Chartreuse is good. We don't use that a lot. That's another...
It's
the
another
Chartreuse
yes.
is not a cheap bottle.
No.
Either.
Oh, that's true. Those
Considering
are like
how much-
$65 a
No,
piece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or it used to be. It's probably like 85 now.
Yeah.
Or like 120 now.
Probably, yeah.
But
But
you're
it's
gonna
tasty.
need 8% interest to pick up a loan so you can get it.
Right. It's like a stronger version of like Benedictine. I
It's
keep
because of
thinking.
the monks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They like to overinflate
Greedy
everything.
monks.
Yeah.
I bet they now sell it. It probably looks like this. They sell it just like this in a big bottle, but it's dark and you can't tell it's only half full. Like the shrinkflation.
That's tasty.
That's tasty. The Chartreuse really comes through.
It better damn well come through. It's
It's a
like
strong
$60.
flavor.
Yeah.
And that vermouth plays really nice in there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a good combo of stuff.
It's smooth.
So
Yeah.
smooth.
I don't really taste whiskey, but I also know what I'm looking for. Like Irish whiskey is so delicate.
Yeah, and both of those flavors are pretty overwhelming.
Yeah.
The Chartreuse and the vermouth. Yeah.
Yeah, that I could taste like a little like the herbal, I guess black licoricey, whatever out of that. Maybe even a little bitterness. There is a little bit of finish bitter, and then the Antica I think has also got a little bit of bitterness in the finish.
Well, that's the sweetness too.
Yeah, it's got that sweet bitter, more sweet I think than bitter, but it's not flat. It's got a lot of cool flavors to it, but it's not overly herbal either, where it just tastes like
No,
this is great. This is like my kind of drink.
just like on the front.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of like a Brooklyn or like
a Green-
Manhattan-ish.
A Green Point?
Yeah. Oh,
Because the
Green
Green
Point.
Point has Green Chartreuse.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because of the green.
That's
Oh, no,
almost exactly what this is, other than the portions probably.
So it's probably a Green Point, but with Irish whiskey instead of
Yeah.
maybe because
Rye.
Green Point's a borough, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
New
is
York.
Tipperary a borough of
Dublin?
some? Yeah, I'm gonna say some city in
I
Ireland.
don't know where it is, but it
Yeah.
is not.
So maybe that's what they're trying
You
to do.
totally must have been watching like some Netflix show, and they're like, "We're in Tipperary,"
Yeah.
and you're like, "Boop,
No,
put that back there, fucking."
Never know.
I'm gonna pull that out at some point.
I remember from the song, and I don't know why.
That's
Is
crazy.
this a
Yeah.
question of the day? Typed versus untyped languages? It's always typed.
Yes.
But yet here I use untyped languages on a daily basis.
Right.
Even my license plate has a type
As
untyped
a
language.
as a engineer, you want to use the type languages, especially if you're doing embedded stuff.
Hey,
You can't
yeah.
not use it types if you're doing embedded.
Yeah, why? You don't want to run into a problem halfway through the code while it's like giving you insulin?
Yeah.
Come on, what's the problem?
Come on, just
Oh,
put it in.
man.
You can't just use a managed memory thing.
No,
Yeah.
it's like so.
Yeah.
so there-
This is a good drink.
It's really
I know.
good.
You know what though? It keeps making you want to sip on it for some reason.
It does. I mean, it's really
That's what makes it really
earthy
good.
on the like herbal on the back end.
Yeah.
Like it
Yeah.
stays with you for a while.
Yeah, like it just kind of like lingers. Like, hey, remember me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I kind of like that more than a Green Point because I think the Green Point is probably a little bit more muted.
strong.
It's stronger, but the flavors are more muted. Like there's probably more.
Does the Green
Vermouth
Point
and
have
Chartreuse.
Angostura in it? I'll have to look it up after.
I can't remember.
There's a green. I don't know if that's on. I don't know if I put it on the recipe site.
I'll find some more.
You should definitely try this. It's very interesting. If you like spirit forward drinks that don't have any juices to them,
Mm.
I tried to bookend the content this month with like more of these type things up front, and then we get a little bit, I think, more juicy later on. Because
Didn't get
you're
juicy.
going from April to May, it's getting warmer.
Yeah.
You know, you're gonna want like margarita type stuff and sours, but there's still a little.
You're still kind of in like the
Yeah, you can still
warm-
pull this off.
Yeah.
I mean, you go to a restaurant. If I had that sitting out on the back deck of some restaurant, I'd still be fine with it,
Mm.
whether it was 90 or 80 or 20.
So
or
this
20.
has a higher percentage of like Chartreuse and Vermouth than Green Point. Green Point also uses Yellow Chartreuse, which
Oh, it's gonna be lighter.
is going to be a
And
little
orange
lighter.
bitters.
And a dash orange bitter, so that's the difference.
Yeah.
Other
What does it
than
use?
Irish
Bourbon or
whiskey.
rye?
Rye.
Yeah.
If it's a
Because
Manhattan
of-
variant, it's got to use
Yeah,
rye.
because the bourbon would probably be even a little too oaky and probably dominate everything.
Yeah.
So there you go. Now you have a variation of a Manhattan.
Mm.
Yes.
So think about that.
Which
for
I
a
think is
minute.
better than the original
Yeah.
variation.
So must try. Also, our executive producer is Marco. If you want to help us out, you can go to patreon.com/CMC. That's Common Man Cocktails. And then you could give us money on a monthly basis. Or you can click the join button if you're on YouTube too. That's nice. You're watching it. It's free. Unless you want me to be poor. I don't have a job right now. So,
So have a drink.
so there you go. In case you oh, wait, no. Sidebar, more videos down below. You can go to AwesomeDrinks.com too. Pick up our bartender starter kit. Maybe some bitters. Make yourself one of
Yeah.
these things. And that's it. In case you know how to drink.